Robots replacing workers. The great Bitcoin crypto bull run begins. By the way, before I start, shout out to Tucker Carlson, DC insider. Oh, he lived in DC a great portion of his life with his wife and kids. I believe he raised his family there. He's originally from California. He also went to school in Rhode Island, something we share in common. Went to high school in Rhode Island. I went to middle school and most of middle school and high school in Rhode Island, and majority of elementary school too. Shout outs to him. With that being said, this is something I've been saying for years, and we finally got confirmation yesterday from Amazon that they are going to be replacing their workforce. So they're going to begin to with their seasonal jobs, I believe it is September, October, December, like for Christmas storage units and all that stuff. Usually they hire seasonal workers to like do the hard, the hardware shop stuff. But this year they're gonna start using humanoid robots for the first time ever. And people are not freaking the fuck out, huh? I've been saying this for years. This is how it starts, right? The economy makes sense. You have one section of the economy stop spending, then the services that were rendered before that they used to pay for, they start laying off people. It's a vicious cycle where people are getting laid off, less money spent, more people get laid off. Apparently people forgot the concept of basic economics. So if you have any kind of a service, you will eventually get affected by this, because remember, robots, they don't produce. Even simple things like insurances, right? When a company hires people, they get an insurance policy on each employee. You can, but it's not the same. You're not going to get an insurance policy. It's not going to be as expensive for an insurance policy for a robot than a human being, because a human being, it's they can get injured. You have to pay them workers' comp and all that stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, this is going to sound really fucked up, but shout outs to Amazon, because I was talking to my life coach today, and he's like, oh yeah, but what if it's to their benefit or not to their benefit? I'm like, listen, he's from Europe. I was like, yo, bro, I respect you, but like, you have to understand the U.S. doesn't work. He might listen to this too. All respect, man. But the U.S. is a really fucked up country in the sense that we have chemicals in our food that aren't allowed in Europe. Why? Hey, what's up? Why do we have poisonous chemicals in our food that aren't allowed in Europe, colorings and all that? Because in the US, lobbyists run everything. And if lobbyists want something to go through for their companies that they represent, it's going to go through, unlike Europe, where apparently they seem to care more about their people. That goes both, that has its positives and negatives. Why? Because we have a lot more capitalism here in the US than in Europe. Therefore, I believe the top 25 biggest corporate, hey everybody, remember, don't forget to subscribe, like, and everything, and share this as well. So 25 biggest companies in the world, only I think none of them are actually in Europe. So you have to understand that, sure, Europe is capitalistic, but in many ways they are not full capitalism in that they can screw their own people in order to make profits. And in the US, a lot of companies, they have to report to their shareholders, corporate shareholders, and they have to be like, listen, we're making the most amount of money that we can, after EBITDA. I'm not going to get to that, it's complicated. The most money that we can after gross profits, we're going to divide them shits up. Then you can see how much your stock went up, and we can pay you back dividends of anything that we have left over. Because of that, they're going to take the cheapest, most inexpensive route, which is usually laying people off. Every consultancy will tell you in the country, or if not in the world, in the US, that the way that companies increase stock prices when they're going through hardship is by laying people off and having one person do the job that formerly 5 or 6 people were doing. If they can even have it to a situation where they can hire robots, humanoid robots that can do everything that we can do and better, great for them. And how do I know that these humanoid robots are going to be even better than us? Because Grok 4, many of you have talked to it if you haven't talked to it yet. It basically like talking to a human being. And guess what software is going to be used in the specific Tesla bots? Grok 5, not 4, 5. That's coming. Going to drop before the end of the year. So apparently before Christmas. Grok 5 is basically going to be able to do everything that we can do, but better. I'm talking about HR work. Like, you'd even know that you're talking to a human being. Like, let's say that it's a fully remote job, and you talk to HR, and it's like a face, whatever. And it would be like a face. It looks like my face, and you'll be talking to it like it's a goddamn human being in real time, like this. perfect English, perfect accent. It can freaking like it can interview people for you. Again, remote. A lot of these positions nowadays are remote anyway. Shit. Honestly, I'm gonna go even forward and say that it's gonna be so crazy that you're gonna have AI agents interviewing other AI agents in languages that we don't even speak, because they can talk to each other in code and shit. And they can make their own language. We already know they can make their own languages. So, why is this important? Because crypto is your only answer. Raul Paul's actually live right now on YouTube. Check him out. I'm gonna probably pop in there because I have a few things to do, and then NYC mayoral debate is actually tonight. But crypto is the only way you unfuck your future at this point, because you have Raul Paul says you have 5 years. I don't think you have 5 years. I think your ass probably has like, honestly, I was telling people that probably by the end of 2026 we're gonna start to see the full effects of this. I'm talking about like in 2026, the boys that like today be like, oh, I'm not my job. Those motherfuckers, end of 2026, they're gonna have a rude awakening. I'm talking about like, they're gonna call you, man, I lost my job. You got any work for me to do? Even canvassing isn't safe, right? Canvassing, oh yeah, the human touch. Pretty sure soon they're gonna have drones delivering campaign literature to people's doors. So nothing is safe. Just get that out of your mindset, that not your job, because it doesn't hit you until it hits you. I have a friend that I actually told her, listen, why don't you invest in crypto? And you know what she said to me? She goes, as soon as I get a job. She was desperate. Oh my God, 2 weeks ago, unemployment. She finally got a job. So she got that job back in June. She told me she was gonna invest in crypto as soon as she got a new job. You know how much crypto she's bought since June? Today's October 25th, the 22nd, something like that. Yeah, 22nd to the 25th, or 21st, 22nd. You know how much crypto she bought? Hi, what's up, guy? Zero. None. The goose egg. Why? Because she feels safe. I even texted her 2 days ago. I was like, listen, Grok 5 is dropping. This is it. HR jobs are finito. With that being said, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my evening, have myself a nice little drink, take a shower, have some dinner, enjoy the NYC mayoral debate. With that being said, hoppers.